through meeting very interesting people like yourself. I determined there was a very large Iranian community, very much in favor of the arts. And I'd heard Soheil's name mentioned on occasion. In fact, I think you may have been the first one to mention his name to me.
No. Is that this is absolutely accusation? No.
And we decided that our artistic mandate for the theatre was that we wanted to celebrate the many cultures in Richmond Hill. And I went online, did some research. I did some work with, or some research with Arts Council and talked to other presenters and so on. And Modern Times kept coming up. And I did some research on Modern Times, and I had been to see some of their shows at Theatre Passe-Muraille and was very, very impressed with the quality of production. And I phoned Soheil, and, or I think it was either phone or email, and I said, let's get together for coffee, because we have this new theatre and we want to celebrate the many cultures of Richmond Hill. Of course, the Iranian and Farsi community being a very large component of Richmond Hill. And we got together at, I forget the name of the mall, Centrepoint Mall, I believe it was, for coffee, and we started talking about, you know, the theatre, what kind of a relationship we could establish. And that's when Soheil had mentioned a new project called Halaj, and he would like to do it as a world premiere. And that's how it all got started, and we've had several meetings since. We've seen each other in professional circles and in social circles at various productions and so on. But the one thing that I think really stood out with our relationship with Modern Times and with Soheil, when we had the delay, of course we had a number of events booked, and my job was, of course, to contact everyone and say, we have bad news, there's been a construction delay. And for the most part, the reception was not favorable. People were disappointed, they were angry. But when I mentioned to Soheil and Modern Times what had happened, their first reaction was, we're sorry for you, how can we help? How can we? And it was such a ray of hope and light in our lives at that time, because I mean, we had 91 events we had to reschedule or cancel, and you know, we started from basically October 15th and worked our way forward, and by the time we got to February, of course, we were a bit tired from all the negative responses we got. And when Soheil and company said, you know, how can we help you? I was like, oh, yes, okay, this is great. But that was to me, I think that's a testament to Modern Times and to Soheil, and that the objective is we want to get the show on the stage. You know, how can we work together? Not what's in it for me, what's in it for you. It's what can we do. It's a real partnership, and I think that's. If there was ever, which there wasn't, but if there was ever any concern about any possible relationship, it was eliminated with that note. And we've been talking about, you know, projects since 2012. My entire team at the theatre has immense respect for Soheil and his work and his company, and he is exactly the kind of artist and visionary that we want for the theatre, because that fits the mandate that we want. We don't want to do just the regular run-of-the-mill stuff. We want to do cutting edge, we want to do leading edge, we want to do new work, we want to do work that celebrates the many cultures in Richmond Hill and the GTA. It's a way of educating everyone about different cultures. The best way to learn about your neighbor is to see your neighbor on stage, so to speak. And that's how it's been developed. And the other very positive thing is, you know, we've mentioned to various agencies and so on that we're partnering with Modern Times, and the response is, wow, you really picked a good company to work with. So, I mean, the response has been very, very positive and very, very favorable. And we're very, very excited and honored and privileged to be working with Modern Times and Soheil.
You know that the theater and art is the best things to address so many differences and so many sensitive issues between the cultures. باید بگم که تئاتر ریچموند هیل یکی از بزرگترین تئاترهای منطقه یورک یکی از بزرگترین مناطق تورنتوی بزرگه و شهر ریچموند هیلمون هم در حقیقت خیلی بزرگ نیست، شاید اندازه یکی از محله‌های تهرانه، ولی 140,000 تا میشینن که در حدود 30,000 تاش ایرانی هستن و در حال این وجود این تئاتر که بسیار هم مدرنه و همچنین موجود مایکل گریت که خیلی فعاله و واقعا منظمیه و همچنین کار میکنه، یعنی واقعا برای جامعه به کامیونیتی میرسه، به همه کامیونیتی ها میرسه. این باعث میشه که بتونیم شوهای بزرگتری، خواننده‌های بهتری رو از سراسر دنیا، از داخل کشور، اونهایی که واقعا هنرمندن بیاریمشون و اونجا برگزار کنیم. سهیل جان، please let us know about the hallaj in Farsi or English, I don't know, whatever that you prefer, please.
Before anything, I have to say a few words in English. And thank you, Michael, what you said about me. And it's both ways. Michael is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best manager in this country. I've seen many arts managers in the past 20 years, but I've come to, respect Michael tremendously for his integrity, for his fantastic vision and his honesty. It was amazing, when Michael mentioned the problem with the construction at Richmond Hill Theatre. Immediately, that was exactly, we thought, this is, as a situation, and we have to resolve this. And because we had such a constructive, mutual respect between us, and I said, okay, there is nothing else we could do except make this situation work. Because we trusted Michael, we trusted his vision, we knew that he was a man of integrity, and we had no other option but offer our help and say, let's work together. And this partnership has been fascinating. This partnership is being very fruitful for both of us, I believe. Yeah. And it's, as I said, it's
good for the community too.
For the community too. Yeah, it has been a great pleasure to work with Michael, and I hope we will continue forever.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And please tell hallaj in Farsi.
همونطور که میدونیم منصور حلاج یکی از شخصیت‌های عرفانی و تاریخی ایرانه. من همیشه از دوره جوانی شیفته
شما هنوزم جوانی.
خواهش می‌کنم، لطفاً مرسی. من همیشه شیفته شخصیت حلاج بودم. شخصیتی که در یک شرایط خاص تاریخی میسته و میگه نه و جونش هم میده و قراردادهای اجتماعی، سیاسی، مذهبی زمان خودشو به چالش میکشه. این همیشه این شخصیت برای من جذاب بود و بعد عرفانیش و بعد اون روحانیتش برای من جذاب بود. حدود 4 سال پیش که یک مؤسسه کانادایی به من یک گرانت عمده‌ای داد که بتونم تحقیق بکنم رو چیزی که دوست دارم و من پیشنهادم این بود که من میخوام 2 سال تحقیق رو حلاج بکنم و رو تصوف و بعد از 2 سال شروع به نوشتن بکنم و نمایشی برای مادرن تایمز، برای کمپانی خودم بر اساس زندگی حلاج خلق بکنم.